Let's talk about anxiety. Today is World Mental Health Day, and as someone who really suffers badly from anxiety, not so much depression anymore, I've got a handle on it, but anxiety is something I struggle with every day. And I've wanted to make a video about this for a while, and it's something I've been really anxious about making. It's something that's it's very difficult to talk about to people. But today I just felt like it was something that I wanted to address. So, most days I struggle with getting up out of bed. Some days it's easier than others. Some days it's hell. It takes me an hour at least to get up. Days like this morning, I struggled for about half an hour. And it's not like your Monday morning you don't want to get out of bed. It's how can I face the world when I feel like this? So you get up, you make your cup of tea. Today I managed to go for a 15-minute walk before I had my shower and went to work, which helps a lot. Keeping active, eating well, really helps your mental health. And then I suppose there's my daily routine every day. I get into my car, I take a spray of Rescue Remedy, I turn on Lyric FM, and the 12 minutes it takes me to drive into town, by the time I get in, I'm a little bit calmer and I feel ready to start the day then. And I have a really busy job. I'm a journalist, I work in social media, I film a weekly TV show, I do a radio show, I do a lot of media type work, but all of it I love and I very much enjoy. But it's high stress, high anxiety. It's probably not so much high stress, but because I have such high anxiety, I tend to cope with it not very well a lot of the time. And I suppose a lot of people would say, it's just in your head. You need to get past it. But anxiety, it's a very physical illness, and it is for me as well. I know all day today, for example, I had a nervous knot right in the pit of my stomach all day. It's like when you feel nervous about something, but I had nothing to be nervous about. It's just a normal work day, didn't do anything out of the ordinary. But in the pit of my stomach all day, I had this, and it's pain, like you can feel it there, just sitting as if you've got a rock in your stomach that's just gnawing at you. Your muscles are all tense, like your whole body aches. And that's how it is for me. Anxiety and depression as well manifests itself in a real physical way. I've suffered depression since I was very young. I've been dealing with it really well lately due to just different changes in my circumstances. I moved back to Longford. It's a really good place for me. Lots of support here. Not so much as in I stopped going to counselling, but I suppose the support here is in you've got good moral support. There's good people. You've got good friends, family. So I found a really good place here, and I've been really centred and balanced. And anyone who has depression knows to say you're dealing well with your depression, it's not that you're mad happy all of a sudden. And the best way to describe it is I'm consistently content now that I am happy. And I have bad days. Everybody has bad days, but they're not as extreme. My anxiety, a lot of it would be down to probably doing too much, but it's still present, and it's something that even when you take a break, you can't ever sit still. And my friends would know that about me. I can't ever just sit and rest. I'm always trying to do something because of the physical aspects. You're just trying to move and work it out of you or something. It's difficult to explain something you don't really fully understand yourself. Just today of all days, because it was World Mental Health Day, and I did have this, I still have this pain in my stomach that I just wanted to address it, and it was very prominent today. And then I do a weekly TV show in Longford every week, and it's pre-recorded and it goes out on a Wednesday, so we were recording it today, and I was mad anxious about it all day for no other reason than I was just already feeling anxious. And I knew all the guys that were coming. It's a TV show about a gig that's on in Longford this weekend. So it encompassed everything I loved. It was Longford, local, live music. And they are all the things that I strive to promote anyway. So it was an interview that I was really, really looking forward to doing. And the guys came and we had the pre-banter before the interview, and like every interview, and I say this to musicians all the time that I meet, I went up to Dublin recently and I was interviewing three bands, one after the other. And again, I was anxious about it all day. And like today as well, as soon as you just start interviewing, for me, as soon as I start the interview, it's just everything melts away. The anxiety goes and you're just so empowered and impassioned by doing something you love, which for me it's interviewing musicians and promoting live music. And that really helps the anxiety, as well as going for a walk, eating good food. And I suppose my point is, and what I wanted to get across is, I felt so bad all day. And again, it's kind of creeped back in now again, since after the interview. But for that 30 minutes where I was interviewing those 4 musicians, the anxiety goes and I feel so much better. And I just forget about it. I forget that I have it because I'm concentrating on something that I love so much doing. So my point, and what I really would like to get across to people, is anxiety and depression, they have the power to consume every pore and every fibre of your being. Like me, you might not be able to get out of bed in the morning, and I'm lucky that I can force myself, but some people as well, they're consumed by it, and they're so consumed by these feelings, and they don't always know where they're coming from. And I understand that, but what I really want to get across to people today is, if there's something that you love doing and you're nervous about it, or you're anxious about it, or you think, oh, I'm not going to be any good at this, you're just, whether it's music, running, whether you want to do an Ironman, whether you want to join a play, if you want to do comedy, you want to paint a picture, whatever it is you think you're not good enough to do, or you're feeling tense about or anxious about, just fucking do it. Just do it, because when you're concentrating so much on that one thing you love, nothing else matters. And the way those negative feelings, they just drift away. And this happens to me every time I interview, and every time I feel elated afterwards. So it is World Mental Health Day. It is okay not to feel okay. It's absolutely okay to not ask for help. And I know it's hard to ask for help. I find it hard, and I'm doing this video now because I find it so hard, and I want other people who feel similar to get out there and enjoy life and do things that you want to do, because you don't have that much time. Like, sometimes when my anxiety and my depression gets so bad, like the extreme cases, I'd be driving my car and I'd feel like crashing the car just to get away from everything. And it's not that I want to die or that I want to leave anything behind. I love my family, I love my friends, I love my life. I have the most amazing life, and I'm blessed every day with the things I get to do and the people I get to meet. But it's just, sometimes you just want to get away from it all. And then I'll do my positive thinking, and I remember all the stuff that I love, and that's what you need. You need to find something that you have to cling on to that makes you love being alive and love life. And I love life, and it's such an amazing thing to be able to say and to feel so blessed for. So go out there and find your passion, and don't let up here rule. Let in here rule, because that's what's important. And it's not about money or being famous. It's not about views or an audience. It's not about running the fastest race of your life. It's not about PBs. It's not about trying to do a full Ironman when all you're able for is a sprint triathlon. It's about getting out. Do a couch to 5k. You don't have to do the marathon. And that's something I always need to remind myself. Life's not a marathon, it's the little things. So you may not be playing the 3 arena, You may not be filling out the main venue of Whelan's. You may be playing to a small number of people, but it's those people that you're connecting with. It's that connection that you're making that makes it so good. So again, it's World Mental Health Day. It's okay not to be okay. Do something you love and life will feel so much better.